Welcome back. More UNI Volleyball talk with head coach Bobbi Petersen. And coach, talk about your front line on the offensive and defensive side of things. I really like what your front row players have brought this season, whether it's, in the middle or on the pins.
Yeah, one of the things I love about the blocking in our front court is we can be so strategic. Some years you're just, you're a little bit young and you're just worried about putting up a block somewhere. But we've been really strategic with our game plan, and it's so much fun to coach when you can play by play, just give different scenarios. You don't feel like you have to give the same thing just to make it easy. And a lot of that's the leadership from Inga and Carly in the middle, who kind of lead the way with blocking. But just super physical. We're very physical in the front row. We're not small at all, but yet we're feisty and physical, if that makes sense as well. And so again, just our middles always being somebody that you can have as an option. So they work really hard to fight to be options, even in the not perfect situation, which we talk about a lot about. But then that opens a lot up for our pins. And, adding Olivia, who's a true middle, and being able to do some slide approaches on the backside has been huge as well. And we keep working at making sure that we can get her more in those slide approaches, because slides are hardest thing to defend. So when you have somebody that's doing that with a middle too, it makes it really hard to defend. But you got to have the ball control to be able to do that too.
Taylor seems to be really settling in and not being afraid to call her own number from that QB setter position. Yeah,
sometimes we have to, encourage her a little bit. She's so good, and she always is. If she doesn't get one kill right away, then she's kind of like, oh, well, I didn't. It's like, does your hitters get kills right away every time? No, but she's been very offensive, especially in some of the matches. And I think even the matches that she's not, you have to pay attention to her. So she's still pulling blocks, even if she's not actually attacking herself.
Back row defense has been great. We have a story coming up on Sydney Petersen, and she's definitely made a difference on the squad, anchoring that back row defense.
Yeah, I love our backcourt and their just grittiness and fight. And, Sydney has definitely brought a certain attitude and accountability and an expectation to our backcourt. She's been playing at a high level, and she has certain expectations, and everybody's kind of bought into that and willing to fight back there. And I just love every single one of our kids in the backcourt. It includes our front row that is the off blocker position, but just the fight to keep the ball off the floor.
Here's a story on that fierce competitor and Sydney Petersen.